And we're live. Alright, everything looks good. Oh man, I almost didn't make it to FNF on time. But we still made it. Alright, we're going to be covering all 3 rounds of PvP tonight. Then we're going to be on the ground tonight at 8:30, which is in, what, 5 hours, 11 minutes? Sweet. Oh, I still got some other stuff to do after FNF, but yeah, we'll get it done. And if we won't, oh well, I'm just so tired. Had to do a bunch of heavy lifting, cleaning, mowing the lawn. Oh, while I was editing out videos, but let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, we're starting. 4, 5. And then I guess this one, 2, 7. Alright. 7 more videos on the backlog for the PvP channel, and then I can schedule them, and then based on my estimates, that might be ready to go till December, but I'll have that done by this weekend and, you know, post in the PvP channel about that, but I hope you're all doing A-okay. Whew, let's cover FNF. So, mission made by Malin here. Retirement Crimes Rush. Lovely. Notes, Blue 4's MRAP vehicles will be airdropped at the vehicle drop zone after Terminal 2's been hacked. Interesting feature. Also, I've just been sent a new multi, so give me 1 second. I gotta get that added. Whew. Alright. Yeah, no, a lot of running around today with my head cut off. Alright, got that added last second. That's A-okay. And let's see how these guys do. Alright, going to the game mode here. So this is going to be Rush with Terminals. What that means is the attacking faction, which in this case is Blue 4, has to hit Terminal 1, then 2, then 3. If you notice, Terminal 3 and 2 are inactive. It only says Terminal 1 is active. Once Terminal 1 is taken care of, then Terminal 2 will unlock and Blue 4 can take it. Then Terminal 3 can be unlocked as well. Let me also get a prediction going here for our bets. Let's see, Blue 4 attacking, up for defending. We'll set that for 15 minutes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let me make sure my music's also looped. Cool. Just want to make sure before something happens. But otherwise, for these assets, there are none. Blue 4 gets 2 transports at the end of Terminal 2 if they even get that far. But otherwise, there is no mat on either side. There's no medium anti-tank. We do have a tab for it. It doesn't exist because they said that in the mission description here. But otherwise, how a terminal game mode works otherwise is once the attacking faction interacts with the terminal will start counting down from 90 seconds. At any time, the defenders can then interact with the terminal to pause the countdown, requiring the attackers to go in and interact with it again. Once the 90 seconds finish, the next terminal will unlock. The terminal will start beeping, and as it starts going from beeping slowly to beeping super fast, the point just sounds like one long continuous beep. The terminal will disappear, and a GBU will teleport in, simulating itself destructing, and anyone next to it will die, which is always funny to catch, but I haven't caught that happening in a very long time. Otherwise, that is how the game mode works. We're going to go ahead and look at Op 4 first. Op 4's uniform is going to be your Cossack Spectre camouflage kits, basically a different variation of Russians here. So platoon lead, platoon sergeant, squad leaders, team leaders, auto rifleman assistants, grenadier, grenadier IR. Grenadier IR have the Hunt IR 40mm camera grenades that are part of an ACE. Part of the ACE mod. You fire them in the air, parachutes down to the ground. It's those little parachute things we see with the tubes under them. They're basically cameras. And from there, you can get a bird's eye view of the AO, really great for getting your bearings. Otherwise, machine gunner assistant, combat engineer. Combat engineers have the choice of 4 different types of explosives. They can funnel, or ferry, whatever the word is, 4 explosive charges, which you can also throw, 2 explosive satchels, which you can also throw, 4 tripwire mines, 2 being HE, 2 being flare, or 3 AT mines, which the only person I know that actually fields those is Maz, and he's only done it once, but he made the kits, so it's his choice. Light anti-tank, medium anti-tank, 1 and 2 and assist. All this doesn't matter. Same with RA, RAS, and SMP. That's all defunct stuff. Usually it would be MAT 1, but we see that in the MAT side it's there, so it doesn't matter. DMR is designated marksman. 1 per squad in Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. In this case, it's going to be the SVD because we're not going to see it come up in the loadout. You got your crewmen. Again, all this doesn't matter except for your medics. But otherwise, AK-74s, Modernizer, AKSs, up to them to choose the weapon unless they are a Grenadier, in which case it's going to be the AK-74, the GP-25 system, MP-443 Grouches for their handgun secondary. Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie auto riflemen get the RPK-74. PKP gunners are going to be in Delta as the machine gunners because Delta is the machine gun squad, 2 machine gunners per fire team. Light anti-tank's going to be the reloadable RPG, and crew and aviation doesn't matter because there's no transport assets, no crew-served weapons, no assets there as well. Otherwise, blue 4 are going to be what appears to be Marines. Yeah, Marine Woodland Camouflage kits, and they're going to probably have the Mark 11 for their DMR. I think that's a Mark 11. I'm going to have to go check on the ground. Otherwise, they get the M27s IARs, which are fully automatic M4 platforms, or the M4A1. M9 Beretta for their handguns. Auto Riflemen get the M249, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game here, or at least for this round. 240 Gauss given to Delta's machine gunners. Light anti-tank is going to be the single shot disposable M136, and the crew and aviation doesn't matter. No crew-served weapons, and they have 2 transport MRAPs, which they only get after taking Terminal 2 to help rush them into the final objective. Otherwise, looking at the roster, starting with the attackers, we got Curie leading the charge here as command. Grav is going to be the 2IC. Hunt's going to be the platoon medic. Oddball leading Alpha, with Lolo taking the marksman rifle. That is indeed a Mark 11. And Huel being the squad medic. Alpha 1 being led by Alexander, with Olaf, Simply, Nordic Prophet, Seismo, and CRISPR, I think? Otherwise, Alpha 2 being led by Spirit, with Monarch, Zimmy, Lysander, Lurch, and Night Owl. Bravo being, or excuse me, Alpha 2 being led by that. Bravo being led by John, with Flux, Kane, and Guy Fieri all under him. Flux being the 2IC with a Grenadier rifle. Or I guess launcher, technically. Kane being the marksman, Guy Fieri being the medic. So, Papega Pirates on blue 4. Schnuffles leading Bravo 1 with Armor Jesus, Korvac, Zoni, and Novix. Anduri leading Bravo 2 with Asada, Taurus, and Warkus. NASA leading Charlie with Wonder as the 2IC, Camred as the marksman, Mackenzie as the medic. Pogo underscore leading Charlie 1 with Timex, Zixme, Depso, and Kermit under him. Luso leading Charlie 2 with Fila, Solomons, Twins, Pro Hunter, and Tomer under him. Delta being led by Bates here. Bates is actually taking the 2IC slot because the squad leaders don't get the grenade launcher system. Norris being the group's medic. Looks like they've merged some of Delta 1 together with Delta Actual, so you have Kevin and Fire with the 2 M240 Golfs. And then Omega Sada, however you say that, he's going to be the assistant with extra ammo for him. And then Hunt and Joggin have taken the 2 machine gunner slots in Delta 2. Probably going to merge with Blue 4 Bravo there. Otherwise, oh boy, it's a Pierce defense. I love it. Pierce going to be commanding the defense. Patriot being the medic. Kabubi Face leading Alpha with Steve as the marksman. Nolik, Mirat, Brat, Vagrant, Yano, and Mike have all merged under him, so they're just making a squad within Alpha Actual instead of keeping it under 2 fire teams in Alpha 1 and 2. Bravo being led by Ash, with Eric as the medic and Gazag as the marksman. Bravo 1 being led by no leadership, so it automatically defaults to the auto rifleman, which is Banks, with Wheaton, Arcor, and Kissing. Bravo 2 being led by Ben, with Goblin, Legend, Meaty and Elliot. Nemesis from Scandi Recon leading Charlie, with Katz as the marksman, Iander as the medic since there's no AT. That's a shame. Yanni Finn leading Charlie 1 with Flying Finn, Steve, Malin, and Puma. Charlie 2 has no leadership, so Rufy, the auto rifleman's leading Jobby, Nafs, Dobbs, and Pingus. Delta being led by Jub, I'm going to call him that because there's 3 X's in the middle, with Hereditary being the medic. Delta 1 being led by Selfie, with Till and Novak, being the assistants. To Goomba and Extra Crispy, who are the PKP gunners in Delta 1. Delta 2 has Status Red and Losts as the PKP gunners, and Annihilators being their ammo bearer. Otherwise, that is pretty much it for the round here. Blue 4 is going to be starting in the forest, having to maneuver in on foot. We got a bunch of rocks and a complex with some second-story areas that they can get some decent overwatch on. They've got a bit of a hill right here, some rocks to move in with. But from this overwatch, we're just going to have to see Blue 4 descend into a massive open area, but we got a nice bit of coverage around here. I think this is all deformed area, actually, because I don't recall this type of area being in Colombia. So some really good deformer work. This is a Malin mission. He is pretty good with that type of stuff. So we got some elephant grass and some really nice custom area to work with around this area. Terminal itself is going to be in this tall building. We've got a complex, construction complex, that's it, for good overwatch. However, if a explosive specialist comes up and satchels this building, it blows up the entire building, which is always funny to watch. But otherwise, not a good amount of overwatch to be done except for this building, so it could be the target of a lot of GLs or I guess just suppressive rifle fire or accurate marksman fire. We also have some rocks up here with a bit of a hill to work with as well that give a nice little keyhole. Look at this rock right here. This is a marksman rock. That's what Blue 4 is going to probably use to hit stuff, and you got a nice little hill 65 point right there to designate that. This could also be deformed to my knowledge, but we'll have to see if I ever run into this section of the map again. But from there, we got more rocks to go cover to cover from until we get to the second terminal, which is right on top of this building. Really good second story and rooftop coverage from here with multiple windows. Beyond that, that appears to be the only building that can really have that level of coverage. We've got some buildings on the outside that can also help block roads down, but that's a bit of a tough call there. All of these AOs, I could see some decent attack angles for the attackers, but also some decent defensive angles from the defenders here. The marksman threat on the first sector means I think Blue 4 is going to probably bulldoze this area. Might have a little bit of contention. We'll see if Op 4 even opts to really hold this spot, or if they're going to hold the CQC area with a group like Scandi Recon that really excels at flanking tactics, but can quickly be overwhelmed if they encounter an entire platoon element instead of a squad element. This one is a bit more defense-focused. We don't see a lot of good marksman spots because the trees get in the way of covering this one building. Blue 4 kind of railroaded, only coming from the east, because if they try to come from anywhere else, there's a lot of open area. They could try to come up here and attack from the direct north, but again, that creates an open kill zone. But I don't really see a lot of spots for the defenders to really rely on overwatch positions to cover it, maybe with the exception of the rooftop. But the second story, it's blocked by the gas station. Well, you got a little bit of an angle, though, but it's limited still. And we have the third objective all the way over here, which Blue 4 by then is going to have 2 MRAPs to literally just rush right in. And this objective, you already see Op 4 is spending a lot of time fortifying this line. Got a bit of a blind spot on the far right side because of those trees, but I'd say this is probably the weakest AO out of all of them. The only way Op 4 could really maximize on this is if they took 2 squads and basically fortified this line to prevent Blue 4 from really coming in from any other position. It's a really nice AO right here. We're right on the kind of middle left of the AO here, but that could be a nice final line, and then you have a few guys guarding the place. It's got this nice little half wall around for limited cover, but again, I'd say out of all the AOs, this is definitely the worst one. That's where you'd want to have your last stand, but if you lose Sector 2, I think it's GG for you unless Blue 4 just doesn't have the manpower compared to Op 4. I could see Op 4 playing this as an attrition game. They could definitely send a squad out and try to test Blue 4, see what rushes in, try to catch them off guard, utilize the elephant grass. Scandy's definitely suited for that type of stuff, but
if it's feasible, stay there. If it's not, just move back to us.
Yeah.
in this AO itself, it's pretty difficult.
For like whenever you fucking press a radio.
There is an option for that, yeah.
Yeah, where is it?
There is no option for that.
Who the fuck is building these?
Thank you.
Who is building that? Who has built that facing our objectives?
Cool. I'm following orders. You
To make it face the objective.
What?
He said 1195 1 east. Blame that.
We're holding on this position here. I'm sending Charlie 2 up to hold the positions up here.
We're gonna rotate.
Alright.
And then we're all holding. We're hoping they will push directly into it.
They're gonna
And then hold them on the south side, so if possible we can
fire.
push in behind them. But if we take too much contact, we'll move back. Delta's covering that, and we got our tour in the south.
Right, can somebody fucking tell me how to turn this shit off?
It's a Puma, it's roofing.
Doesn't matter, Nev. Let's go.
No,
I
it's
don't
annoying
fucking
as... I know
I don't
it's
fucking
annoying
know
as
how to use it or turn it off because I don't fucking use it. You fuck. No, shut the fuck up, you fucking Polish bitch.
What's the plan, Pingus?
So, would you believe me if I told you that's one of the best squads in FNF? These are some of the best players of the event. Would you believe me?
Mom couldn't read the map properly.
I know one thing. The weapon can shoot. And I
Where
think
is
that
it?
will defend me.
Where's what?
The radio fucking whenever you fucking press
I
the
don't
button.
fucking
We should
know,
go
I
hide
just
somewhere.
fucking told you I don't use
Yeah,
that
then why
shit,
do you,
so I don't know.
ask me again then
Standing
if
here.
you're not gonna provide anything
Because you
useful?
are
Okay. I
still
have a plan.
fucking
What
crying
is up?
about.
Wait.
Did you have a
I
bad
think
day?
He's not crying about it, he's trying to get help.
Having a bad life,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
How you doing? How you doing?
Why is it annoying you now?
I like
Because
your uniform.
the new
Look at this.
update brought it back and I don't know how to take it off.
Oh.
1 minute remaining. Let's go ahead and look over at Blue 4 here. Looks like they're already dividing into what appears to be a platoon battle line. And I have a feeling we're going to see them sweep in. We'll see some guys left on Overwatch. One squad potentially take this to Overwatch, then 2 squads run in. I'm going to go ahead and set up my handy-dandy notepad to write down all of the timestamps for today so we can feed content to the PvP channel. All right. That's written, and we're ready to go.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
MG Hofke, thanks for the 37-month resub. Fight, 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 indeed. Welcome to Friday Night Fights. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So, Nataria, to answer your question, Scandi Recon is on Op 4, commanded by Pierce. Blue 4 has Papaya and the OFCRA elites, and I don't see Charlotte on tonight. I don't remember calling her name out, so I don't know. PvP channel is the shenanigans channel, yes. Where's TSB? Another great question. I don't recall. It looks like it's just Lolo under Alpha playing with as the TSB. No, we got Seismo as well and Sam. So they're under a blue 4 on the attack wave. No problem, guys. Attacks begun. We're seeing one squad ride to the south. I have a feeling these guys are going to go and take this Overwatch position. The rest of these guys are going to then attack directly. I don't see how this could go out either way. Maybe we'll see a squad come around here and play on the gauntlet, but yeah, I don't know. We've got half of Charlie breaking off to the north. Other half breaking off to the... Wait. Sorry, northeast, and the other half breaking to the north. Delta's breaking to the far north. What? And Bravo's breaking off to the... You know...
Moving.
Got it? Got it.
Sometimes this man's brain is so rigid
Roger that.
that my smooth brain simply cannot comprehend the 5D chess plays Pierce makes. So this is going to leave Terminal 1 wide open. Blue 4... I mean, for all I know, Blue 4 is going to do something stupid and go on the far northern flank and then try to hit Terminal 2 through open area instead of doing the obviously made cover to go to Terminal 1. It's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. I mean, Kiri's a FNF staff member, so he should know how to play a base level. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, hold that thought.
Alright. So we got Blue 4 here, triple timing.
So someone's on yelling, and they won't go off yelling. It's all good. It's being handled. Don't worry about it. I just lied.
That's not really nice. No, you can tell this is deformed because these have snapped up like this. And there's no way you can really fix that in Deformer other than smoothing out the terrain under it. But when you see logs snap up like that, that's how you know this hill is deformed. That or it's really bad map design, but the only other maps I know of are like 2016, 2017 sci-fi maps that pull that, so that's fine. What plan? If stupidity wins, so do I. Spiegel, whenever you go to a poker table, can you let me know? I'd like to sit at your table. Alright, so we've got Charlie over here. They're going to start getting eyes on... See, because let me explain how this is going to work. I think... No. No. You don't... You can just keep them in reserve or on your So Blue 4 is going to put half of their force through Terminal 1. They're pulling the Giga Chad move of putting their guys on the overside. Why make him go through all of those open kill zones? Just keep him in... It's okay. Alright. We got Overwatch coming up in the form of a Hunt IR round. There she is. So this is Hunt IR. They get a nice bird's eye view from this. This is going to help them kind of see that that AO is completely empty. They might see some of the movement farther out, but again, they might not have that angle. We got guys all the way at Terminal 3. It's Command setting up explosive traps. Interestingly enough. It's a weird one. Alright, otherwise we got some decent defensive lines being set right here by Op4. We got a far one over here they've dug in. And they've dug in covering the southern open field? Okay. You know what? It's okay. So these guys are gonna pin all these forces together, and they're just gonna have a fight. I doubt Blue 4 is gonna charge through open territory, seeing that Op 4 has the better ground. So if anything, that's just gonna repel them and cause them to fold back into friendly forces. I doubt they're gonna charge through, because this is also Scandi, who excel at murdering people in open spaces. So, you know... There's a saying I had in, alright, Op 4 opening up on Blue 4 going into this facility over here, but there's a saying I learned in high school. I wasn't taught it by my teachers. No. I did learn this for myself when we were analyzing, what was it? It was either poetry or something in Shakespeare, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes the blue drapes on the windows are blue because the author likes the color blue. There's no hidden meaning behind it. There's no hidden agenda, juxtaposition, whatever fancy term you want to do. When you're handed an AO where you have all of this cover and all of this open field, sometimes you're just meant to go through the cover. You know what I mean? Don't overcomplicate it. An AO like this, you see these areas... I see that they want to put forces around like this, but you have to look at all of these open kill zones. And then you got a 30 top hill, great, but we got a 27 next to it, a freaking 22, and then there's buildings that'll bring it up past 30, so that's useless. This is all just going to become an open kill zone, and these are all buildings that could potentially overwatch that kill zone, or Op4 could set up something right here to lock down anything on this side. Just looking at it from the map POV. So, I get why Blue 4 is doing it. It's because they want to try to have everything attack at the same time, but by going at such a high volume of surface, sometimes holding units in reserve is okay, because then you'll have full-strength units to attack later on. Yeah, it also means they're not gonna, you know, they're gonna be sitting around a little longer, but at that point, that's just a mission design. You can't be faulted for that as a commander. Alright, where's Charlie's marksman?
They're gonna hit him in the fucking arm, bro.
It's camera, it's time to shine.
Do you have an ammo bearer by chance, so I know if I use too much ammo?
Guys, you should be pointing this dude to the position of where you're being shot at from.
No, you're just quiet.
Okay.
Because at that point, if you haven't been opened up on by that main position, you can infer that, excuse me, that it's empty. Because, unfortunately, FNF doesn't really have those Giga
like
Chad level ambushes. Well, they'll just sit 5 dudes in a building and sprint them out.
Oh! Yeah, through this window. You gotta, like, control... Yeah.
This dude's shots are going everywhere. I can't tell if he's ricocheting off the corner of the window or what. Hey, Wolfenstein, how you doing? Thanks for the rated 2. What were you playing, broski? Haven't seen you in a hot second. Hope everything is well. We see that both sides are doing some medical on each other. Op4's redigging their fortifications to face the Blue 4 line. And we've got this massive Blue 4 push over here. I would get low, try to peer around, get close, pop a few grenades, and then pull back. Or you're going to go for the lawn throw. And I think it's just not enough. Got Overwatch going back and forth right here. GL going to go short. If they up it by 50 meters, I think they can get a more accurate hit. Another GL going in. It's causing some damage over here, but you want to keep those GLs now for a little later. Hell, get a range on that smoke and you'll be fine. Another GL going in. I mean, it's literally a pocket mortar. Just short. If it were adjusted left, that would have landed right on Lysander and gotten him. Looks like Pingus got knocked out. Dobbs was able to properly pull back. Hunt IR in the air. Some Blue 4 starting to cross the open using the little bit of defilade they have. And you see them shooting the Hunt IR round out. A lot of smoke popped over here. And Blue 4 is advancing. Wrong button. Indeed, very colorful. So we lost Norris on the Overwatch position over here. And I think Op4 traded it with Pingus, but Pingus actually woke back up and pulled back. So usually when you see rush objectives, they almost always favor the defender because the defender usually just out-attritions. What are you doing? Are you trying to go for a back-end river crossing? You know what really bugs me here? Pierce predicted this. Pierce perfectly put his units on a battle line to stop a battle line attack, and I made fun of him for it. But he actually perfectly countered a really silly assault plan. So I gotta give credit where credit's due. Pierce is somehow inside of Curie's head and knows what silly plan he's gonna make. But again, to quote what I was saying earlier, sometimes the blue drapes are blue because they're blue. Sometimes you're meant to just take the easy way in and just watch your flanks. That's all you have to do. No need to overcomplicate it. Like, yeah, like I said, it's a jest. I said in jest, Pierce playing 5D chess. Little did he know me pointing out he was playing 5D chess in jest was actually all part of the plan. You know what that means? It means he's playing 6D chess at this rate. If he can even juggle the commentator booth to make you guys bet on Blue 4 so he can sneak a bet in to take all your points for Op 4. Gosh, I don't even know how many Ds of chess that is, but it's too many for my brain to even comprehend. Oh my god. So Blue 4 making some gains. We got Blue 4 on two sides doing that. Their squad's coming in unsuppressed here. I'm wondering if they built these structures with the intent on setting up an explosive trap inside. Give your opponent a really nice Overwatch piece just to put an explosive satchel, and as soon as they go in, just detonate it and kill them all. That would be smart. So many Ds. Oh god, Hog. Alright, so Blue 4 playing this cautiously. Normally when you have an abandoned objective like this, it means there is an explosive trap in play, and there it is. The question is, who's the trigger man? It has to be Elliot, because he's the only one close enough to do it.
Leave the terminal building, let Pro Hunter deal with it, and then he will tap the terminal.
So Pro Hunter has a mine detector. He's defusing the traps.
Continue moving west. Take your position in the construction building.
So he's just going to get these charges for free.
Yeah, bro.
This is why you need to watch the building and be in a position to actually overwatch it. I'm going to shut up. You know what? How about I just shut up for the next, yeah.
Lusode, KIA.
Wow, it killed the squad leader too. Hold on. So that killed Lusode, Solomon's, because there was this building rigged over here, and Pro Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I stand corrected. They timed it perfectly. Oh, yes, all part of Pierce's Giga Chat plan.
Below Terminal 1, below Terminal 1.
He's calling blow Terminal 1. Little does he know, Terminal 1 already exploded. You see, he knew exactly when I, as the commentator, would go over his position to basically mock Blue 4 to go, oh, blow Terminal 1. Oh, we already did. I don't know how many Ds on chess we are at this point. I feel like we're at like the 7th or 8th level, but we're just climbing. We're just climbing at this point. So Blue 4 are stuck in a big Overwatch fight over here. This group's gonna have to turn and face this group. Scandi have now set up a new defense. Actually, no, they're pulling back further for Delta to utilize their defensive lines, but they have the PKPs, which in open fields can just murder anyone in sight. What if he's watching the stream? He can't be, because Az would have already found him by now. Now they're popping smoke grenades. I guess seeing these fortifications and wondering what's going on. And now you got Pepega charging ahead. They just called out Legend. I feel bad for Legend. He's about to fight the full force of Pepega Pirates. They're just that interchangeable to me. I'm sorry. Keen throwing some early grenades around this rock. Terminal 1 goes up. Terminal 2 is now active. Got Shuffles and Korvac over here. Knocking Eric out. And double tapping him. And now we're going to see the weakness of a spread defensive line like this, because the one squad, that was a really great GL on target, but it was just short. But now we're going to witness what happens when you give one of the strongest communities in all of the community, hub, I should say. So let me reword that. One of the strongest communities in Friday Night Fights, what happens when you give them a weekend defense line in really good positions to move cover to cover from? I'll give you a hint. They're going to start blowing through everything. Op4 being quick to pull back. Here's the deal, though. A lot of Op4 might get caught out of position here. We got 2 knockouts over here as well. I think Op4 is going to end up making a defensive line back here and possibly tearing it, because you have this defensive line, you'll have another one on the actual target. So we got multiple dead here as they're trying to hold. Got Eric spotting another guy that got picked off. Charlie ended up folding back around. These guys are smoking, which means they're probably about to pull out. But you just have Blue Force spearheading past this. Banks trying to overwatch. Novik suppressing. Wheaton's pulled his RPG out. They just had another KIA. Okay. I thought he was going to fire and Ash was behind him, so that would have backblast knocked him. They're now running. Ash gets knocked to his feet. Both of them take a few hits. Banks trying to suppress. Did Banks actually just get one? Oh, he's gotten 2 so far. Zoni and Flux have died. We gotta pause here. The rest of Blue 4 is pushing around as well. Charlie 1's coming up to reinforce. You got Korvac moving up, taking the initiative here, following the smoke. Yeah, it was very interesting. As, you know, one side advances, the other one pulls back. No gunfire. Music even dropped. A little bit of an eerie silence to follow. But everyone appears to be pulling back. This is what freaks me out a bit. They're moving back to cover the final area here. They're abandoning, in my opinion, one of the best places to defend because of this building. But if they want to give it up, they'll give it up. Pierce wants to just move it to the end game. Ash gets knocked out. Arcor doing some medical because he's pinned. We got Alpha all the way over here on the rooftop of this building trying to provide additional overwatch. Korvac trying to pursue. He's taking marksman fire. NASA also coming up. Korvac staying low, trying to find some firing lines here to see if we can find anyone. Might spot Arcor here in a bit. Smoke grenades popped up. That's going to block his position. He spots Arcor. I just heard a mine go off. Arcor serpentining. Korvac, I have a solution. It's on your back. Real quick, though. I heard a mine go off, but it looks like it didn't kill anyone. More Blue 4 coming up, but they're not getting behind. Korvac's pulled back to the defensive positions here. And now the northern group spearheading forward. So all 4 are basically fighting until they can get into a very big defensive line right here. Utilizing this hilltop. Little bit of foliage and cover to block it, though. We just had another mine go off. As Op4 tried to rush a guy. Wait, no. You... But Op4 is defending. So you blew up to a mine. You blew up to a mine. You died to... So, Op4 lost 2 guys to mines. Amazing. I was wondering what those mine explosions were. I thought they were Blue 4, but no, Op4 had their own guys trip their own mines because they're basically trying to rig this building to blow and kill, basically, you know, cause more attrition damage to the attackers, Blue 4, but nope. You bet Op4 I'd be a little disappointed in them right now because that kind of sucks. Because a single explosive specialist gets 2 AT mines and 2 flare mines. It looks like both of the, not AT, excuse me, HE mines. And it looks like both HE mines were utilized in here. One right here, which blew this body in, and then the other one probably at the entryway right here, which is why this guy's dead right there. That's funny. Blue 4 now folding guys over. They're going to try to ride the bank up to give them a little bit of defilade cover. That could work out. And we've got just this... I got to commend Blue 4 for the battle line push, though. I feel like Op4's pulled back way too quickly. But I think that's because Pierce just wants to have a solid battle line to play the final level of defense, maybe reform everyone. Because as you can see, this is where he set up his main levels of fortification. And honestly, this is a great chunk of real estate. I said if he had like 2 squads to cover this line, he'd be fine. But yeah, no, he's got him. So he's going to make his last stand here. What concerns me is Blue 4 doing a river crossing with Charlie since they already tried. We'll just have to see how that plays. Ash, I think, has tourniquets on, but too much blood to just stay permanent knocked out. And you got these two OPFOR guys staying right here. Again, really good spot to keep a triggerman and just watch forces come in. But at this point, I don't know what these guys are doing. I guess they're just waiting to ambush. And it makes sense because the rest of their guys died to their own mines, so they don't know what to do anymore. I'm willing to bet Ben was the one that was going to relay to them to pull back, but Ben died all the way up here.
257.
And the rest of his guys were back at the fortification, so it's weird, man.
The trenches?
It was moving to that house on the right that you can barely see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they've scared them off. We're fucking scared. Look at us. We're fucking one. That's called winning.
Yeah.
Winning a gunfight, getting some fire superiority.
Fire superiority, exactly.
Yeah. That's what you know.
Oh, wait,
your best friend Ola would
I
say.
see a runner back there.
The true Pepega grind set.
He's in the field.
Those are. Oh no! They aren't friendly.
Friendly?
Kill 'em. They are not friendly.
They're not?
No, they are not.
I can't see.
Yeah, he was a marksman and SVD.
I don't know. Why Pepega always sounds so baked.
Into the town because we have a bad angle there.
But hey, if it works. Battle line's now collapsing. You got Charlie running around on the coast.
This is gonna be us in the 91st. Holy cow.
And you got ATR2 detachment, of course.
Yes.
Why would you?
Oh my god.
I think he just fell off and hurt himself, and that might have been Novix. Up for swimming around for some weird reason. Looks like they spotted Charlie, though, and started engaging. Or Pierce. No, Pierce is shooting at them. Okay, I was about to say, I don't think he's shooting at Banks, but definitely going over his head. Now you got elements of Delta here fighting with Alpha. There's Terminal 2 being hacked. I'm wondering if these two are gonna like sprint out or something. Come on, campers. They're not after you. You weren't guarding the objective itself. What are you gonna do? I don't think they're gonna actually do anything, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, maybe they're sleeping. Who knows?
Yep, they're moving into +4.
Good suppression by Lotus there. I keep wanting to call him Lotus. It's Lost. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is they're going to wait for it to blow and then try to attack him on the rear, or they're just going to be out of the game for the rest of the game. It's tough to say.
Oh, we got
2, 1. So it looks like they got pushed, and Those two got shot. Frag grenades thrown in. He doesn't notice because he's looting, and now he's dead. Well, 2 for 2. Beyond that, I think attrition-wise, Op4 was winning. And because those are down, we've got these two Vics now falling in. Curie running back. Not sure if he'll take them, actually, because his forces are already in a decent spot to push in. Pitching 10 seconds. Ay, ay, ay. Annihilator got hit by a random round. He gets knocked out. A lot of Op4 staying on the outskirts here, but they got their solid defensive lines now, and this is where we're going to see basically Pierce have his last stand. What you gotta always remember, though, is any defensive positions you dig in front of your defensive positions can now be used by the enemy to fight your final defensive positions. So these are a bit too far to be used, but these can be inhabited. So you're basically helping your enemy take you down at that point. I got Blue 4 in the low ground coming in. There's no 50s, there's no statics, it's just infantry only, and Blue 4, after getting Terminal 2, can get a, they have 2 of these that come in. But I think Pierce has everything locked down so that those MRAPs rushing in won't be able to do much. Oh, that's fair, Jetty. I apologize. But again, it's just those 2 transport cars. Those are the only assets in the game. Well, Blue 4 only gets them after Terminal 2, but it looks like these guys are now pulling back. I honestly think... Oh, Schnuffles got picked off during this Overwatch. Yeah, I think Op4 in the final bit of attrition here is actually taking more attrition damage than Blue 4. It's just been some early fighting, that little 2-on-2 trade fighting up there as well, with Pepega hot on people's heels. I'm curious, though. How's... yeah, Scandy's still at full strength. With 3 Blue Flare kills between the Melon on 2 and Roofy on 1. Op4 doing some more pullback, though, but they got to be running out of smokes by now with every time they've pulled back. So you got Crispy here trying to get Patriot. He's knocked him to his feet. He's pinned. You got Delta now folding in to take these final defensive lines. And then you got these Overwatch units. Oh! Almost some blue on blue. Good thing Spirit missed. Thought I saw some Hunt Tire in the air, but that was just a bird. Got Overwatch fire going on to Keen as he now desperately tries to pull back, realizing that Op4's final strategy is to hold this position. So you got all these guys crossing in the open here under a bit of a risk. They've taken the MRAP up here. They're going to try to get in fortified positions, but this is all a kill zone now. Now it's going to be up to the marksman to get the most kills. This position's attracted the ire of this force here. The launch shot. Just far. But that shows that he's in GL range. Another one coming in. That's going to go far as well. The red smoke lands behind the barn. So he's got to range that down 50 meters. We got another one going in. Unadjusted. Another one. He's trying to figure out where they are. AT-4 fired in the defensive line. No effect. More GLs landing. I think it's just more smoke grenades. So we got these yellow ones back here as well. Looking over on the other side, we've got Crisp here. Just took fire. He goes down. 15 minutes remaining. That one killed the medic. GL's now coming in. Oh! That 18-4 literally blew that. Oh my god. Oh, they're just getting clapped by Papega. Papega's going for headshots. Oh god, and now Blue 4's doing a massive smoke charge. Oh boy, it's because of that 15-minute warning. They got to get in there. Pierce has successfully whittled down the clock. You got these guys in a really good ambush position. And it's Charlie too, which means it's part of Papega. This could be where the bounce back occurs. We have AT fired, it takes out the MRAP. Scores a kill. Is that a second body? No, that was just part of the fence, okay. So I think this part's waiting for this part to report that these guys are here, then they'll spring the trap. Wow. Navs gets headshotted. Only for Pingus to then headshot Crisp. Olaf's got a 249. He's being very cautious about this, though. Pops a grenade over. He knows they're down here. Does a bit of quick medical. Blind suppression to make him freak out. He's taking flanking fire, though. All the way down from Delta 1.
Watch your enemy.
That's a crazy sight line. Pogo doing some medical, King doing some medical. We got some Blue 4 now starting to swim across, because Op4 doesn't have the manpower on this ridge to cover anymore. If we had some RPGs or GLs, this would be the perfect time, but I think they burnt them all early. Or simply put, the people that had them are dead. But you see spent RPGs, you see marksman rifles. All for, I assume, RPKs at this point. Ah, but we got one right there. Olaf finds and eliminates the two members over here. Bingus pulled back, chilling in the bush. Op4 unable to spring that trap because Blue 4 just have too many people coming down from every angle on the northern side. 12 minutes remain. We had a Blue 4 guy run in, trade with Steve. Steve only gets knocked out, though. Zixby now coming in close as well. Staying in the low ground for now. Blue 4 in the wire. Iander, though, trying to hold from the bunker. He folds back quick. He found some AT, though. Explosives going off on the front. Though the effect is unfortunately minimal. The other Steve is trying to medic a dead body. Oh, but this one! We see a dead guy in there. More explosives going out. But the trench is in the way. No, that is Sam throwing these potentially. Okay. They're trying to dep these buildings. More grenades going in. 10 minutes. Blue 4 starting to breach. This is gonna be close. I'd say Blue 4 definitely has the number advantage at this point. We need to see some of these Op 4 fold in. Iander gets knocked out by some of, I think that was either Zimmy or Lysander. Nasty keyhole on him. This is where Blue 4 are gonna push in on. Steve hiding in the bush. This is all just gonna be a CQC fight at this point. These guys all grouped up too. If NASA throws one grenade. Oh no. Oh, that's a satchel. NASA. NASA, please. Oh no. That was 4 kills. Oh no! Blue 4 now on the flank, it's over. There's too many Blue 4 right on top of the objective, it's over. Sam rushing in.
Straight east?
Sam's just running for the objective. Gets the tap with Wonder. Grenade gets deflected. These two waited way too long to push in. Malin gets knocked out. He had 4 kills, but it just wasn't enough. Grenade thrown perfectly behind Till to knock him out to win stubble. Follows up with some gunshots. 1 minute remaining. Steve, the only one left in the AO. There's 2 others on the outskirts. Absolutely brutal. I think if Pierce literally just had one more defensive line to slow Blue 4 down, it would have been fine. He could have done it in this town, which I think he was hoping for with the tripwires, but other people tripped him on his side, which just cost him. Maybe one more defensive line right here to help keep this force at bay, but he just needed 7 more minutes. But again, I just felt like his force was pulling back too quickly, and that's what cost him. If you're going to do a pullback play like that, and you got 4 squads to work with, keep 2 online, have 2 squads behind them, and then fold the 2 squads back. Behind the second line, have them make trenches, set up, have that new line then fire, and then pull back. It's just you also ran out of smoke grenades at that point, but anyway, that's GG. Blue 4 rushed in and took it last second. Tough call. I will say this too, it's really difficult to win with time. This is the closest I've gone to seeing a time match in a while. But hey, it happens. All right, we'll see what round 2 is. That's sustained assault, so we got to see it change out, and we'll go from there. So, to answer a few questions I saw come up, ciders, well, it's just the yeast I got, I activated it, and it didn't go. And when I got it, the packaging was super hot, so I have a feeling the yeast got cooked, which is unfortunate in the summer heat. What can you do? I've got some backup champagne yeast I'm going to add in tonight if I don't see any fermentation, though. Because that I've used before, and it works fine, but... oh, well, what can you do? This is a sequential ad sector fight. Oh, God. The rounds tonight are just going to be super freaking long, aren't they? Russian sequentials. Oh, man. What's the number advantage? We'll get to that in a second, actually. Let's go ahead and set up our intermission here. This is on UT's, though, which is a fairly small map, so I have a feeling the entire island's going to be used, or it's something custom. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, this is round 2, where... Blue 4 is attacking 3 green 4 sectors, and the sectors must be taken in a specific order. Blue 4 has a 5% numbers advantage, an AAVP, which is an amphibious vehicle, Mark V SOCOM boats, a CH-53 heli, and transport boats, while Green 4 has a Jeep Technical, 2 M2 statics, 2 M240 bunkers, and their legs. Ay. Did I catch Malon's charge at Terminal 1? I don't think I got it, unfortunately, Yanni. I know he netted 2 kills in the beginning. I didn't see him, though. More drunk Liru Zeusing? I don't plan on being drunk anytime soon, so I'm not sure about that. And we got 115 people on tonight. It feels that way, too. That's A-okay. And I have another POV for the multi. So let me get that added. Next Switchblade, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a fan of them. Like, anything that thing could do, so could a Maz. So it's like, I'll just take a Maz next time. And now, we'll see how things go. Getting into round 2 here. I will be right back. One moment, I'm going to get some more water.
let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
chat. I apologize. Let me put the bet up real quick. Blue 4 is attacking, green 4 is defending. Set it for 5 minutes. Let's go. All right. I'm going to quickly go over this match real quick. Nothing specific, and then I'll talk about what just happened. Mackenzie leading blue 4. Wombat on green 4 for defense. Ooh, hiccups. Let's see, our heavy hitters. We got Zixme with OFCRA groups on green 4 here. We've got Scandi and Papega on blue 4 under Mackenzie. AOs are all focused on the bottom right of the map. Blue 4 is landing on the northern side. Sector 1, again, sectors have to be taken in order, are the northern group right here on the airfield. Second sector is this section right here. And then third sector is this town that has had a bunch of additions on it. All right, otherwise game mode is Ag Sector. How Ag Sector works is when an attacker enters a sector with a number advantage, so let's say there's no one in the sector and one attacker enters, or there's 5 people that are on the defensive side in the sector and 6 attackers enter, a 60-second timer starts. If that timer fully expires, then the attackers have captured the sector, and the defenders cannot retake it. This is also sequential sectors, which means Sector 1 is the only sector that can be taken because it's the only one highlighted. After Sector 1 is taken, then Sector 2 can be taken, then Sector 3 can be taken. If at any time the attackers lose the number advantage, the timer is reset, and once the attackers have the number advantage in the sector again, it'll start counting down. So, give a quick TLDR. Bloodway and I, we had a fight a few hours ago. She wanted some chores done that I promised. I pushed them off, though, because I've been busy with 20 other things because of other things on the backlog. When I'm also busy with other stuff and she hits me while I'm working on stuff, she gets snappy, I get snappy. And then I go into what she likes to call panic mode, which is why in the beginning of the stream I sounded so tired, because I just mowed the entire lawn, but not just mowed, I trimmed and then air blew, you know, with a blower, everything off the sidewalks. And then she wanted me to move a bunch of boxes into a spot, so I had to clean up the spot that I had them in previously, which was part of my mushroom growing process and blah, blah, blah. And I did all of that in about 50 minutes and had a quick shower, and that's why I just sounded so tired. So I just went up, had a quick chat with her, because her and I were very similar yet very different at the same time. So we just established a new system of, for specific chores and mental maintenance on things. I've asked her to set me some deadlines for a few things to then get done around a certain time, because I genuinely don't know when she wants them done. She has to tell me. And, if we have a problem going forward, we clearly can't do it while the other one's actively working, so why not just say, hey, can we have a meeting in 2 or 3 days, agree on a time, put it on the calendar, and then basically have what we just had upstairs in terms of just talking and working to get things done. So just IRL stuff. Nothing to worry about, but otherwise, we got Hotel flying overhead here. And Hotel, I think, is loaded with the entirety of Charlie in it, so they're diving. No one took any fatal damage from that, so they're fine. You also have ground command in there, which is quite interesting. But you can hear those 240 defensive bunkers and those 50 cals. Channel count is 454,000 to 69,000. Nice. A lot of stuff on Blue 4 there because of Scandi, Recon, and Papega together. I get that. And then we also have a boat crew down to the south. It's just a Gamma crew, and the Novix and Keen are also part of Hotel, which tells me that they're probably going to land and not use that acid again once they finally decide on a landing vector. But I assume the boats also came from the area over here. Yeah, they replaced the actual Kisan frigate with the USS Freedom. But again, it's important in a relationship to have open levels of communication where you can, you know, put emotion aside and just actively chat with the person and get things done. But it also depends on the type of people you are, but Bloodway and I have that. We've been together for over 9 years, about 9.5 now, because our anniversary's in December. Shit, my water's upstairs. I'll be right back 1 second. Gotta stay hydrated, right? But, you know, it's just important to constantly evolve and build with your relationship. Or plural if you're poly, but suffice to say. I should probably get a water emote, you're right. What's a modern day war plan Ruby scenario, random, if you don't mind me asking? Blue 4's digging Overwatch trenches. We got the AAVP up here with the 50 cal firing down on Green 4. Oh, that's ironic. Pierce has died. He got picked off probably by some sort of 50 cal. Ah, good old Pierce. No casualties down on the ground otherwise yet. Yeah, Ilbanek, it's working fine. I think it was just a random issue, maybe with TFAR updates or something, but we're good. Thanks, broski. You know how to do, like, build-up campaigns, like the players get more gear as time goes on? Oh, yeah, I've done that all the time. Ever thought of doing a Red Dawn-style campaign? I have, but in the past, other people have run it, so I've never had the need to host one myself. The next campaign that's going to be like that, though, we're actually going to start probably in October or November, and it's going to be similar. Are you guys blue on bluing? Yeah, they're blue on bluing. All right. No lick. No lick. Oh, he just got a friendly kill. Look at that. Is that -1? And now the friendlies have had enough of his shit and are starting to shoot at him. Who'd he kill? Wow, aim at the balls got shot. He killed Spirit. Oh, of course, he kills the team leader.
Spirit's dead.
Spirit's now a Spirit. But I've got another type of campaign like that in the works. I just gotta put the time and effort in, but it's going to be the most extensive one I've done yet. Sector 1 now being taken. You've got the SOCOM boat firing at people. They're firing RPGs back. And you still have that helicopter overhead with all these guys loaded. They're waiting for a proper angle to possibly land right on top of Charlie. Though we do have an AT team ready to intercept. Well, with no Green 4 directly on the sector, Blue 4 is pretty much taking it by the edge here. They're just holding out at the moment. Another 20 seconds. Spirited away. Yes, Hog, I agree. So it looks like the HMG Vic was taken out. Actually killed multiple people back here. 3 kills and a knockout. Gotta be careful around those Vics, because if they cook off, they can be quite deadly. This is first person only. Correct. There is no third person in FNF. And there's Sector 1 officially taken. And the shots have died down. As I say that, shots go back up. I think Green 4 is either going to try to reposition or something. Got Green 4 trying to hold up here. And more Blue 4 coming around over here. Yanni seems to be lagging around a little bit. Everyone else looks fine. So Blue 4, we're going to see transition down this hill. They might pop some smoke grenades to help cover them. That shows me they're going to be moving cover to cover to get directly on Green 4's position. Green 4's next sector of defense is over here at this position, which you see they've moved one of the 240 bunkers up on the rooftop up here. And then we've also got some of Alpha coming around in this direction. We still have Charlie in Hotel. Not sure where they're going to transition on that. But then we've got Delta back here with the Gamma vehicle. I don't know where they're going to transition from this spot. They're either going to try to move in through the open coastline and get pinned by this position, or they're going to fall in with Blue 4 Bravo. Total, guys, so right now, hold up real quick. We just had some AT fire from a long range and actually knocked Seismo out in the command jeep, which was back there. Very nice shot. Or that was just some machine gun fire that cooked it off. Total, remind me in the next intermission. I'll bring something up. They're going in for the landing. So they've got King spotting with the camera and Novik's doing the flying here. I think they spotted those three and opted not to land there because they're worried about getting AT'd. Again, they're waiting for a good spot to land to basically jump these positions from the rear. It's a full squad in there too, so it's a lot of guys. I just realized this is US versus Canada. I don't know why we're invading the US islands. Maybe this is part of the Fallout timeline where we annex Canada. They've had it far too good for far too long, in my opinion. But what else? Blame Canada. I gotta wonder, though, if that boat's been effective at all. I don't see any kills on it. We see Camred with a single kill, and Pro Hunter with 2 vehicle kills. So they've been using the 50 cal to cook off the 2 Jeeps. And then Bravo, I think, is the squad that's completely spread out here amongst various different teams. Yeah. So they're the ones basically playing rear Overwatch to prevent Blue 4 from landing on the backside. So these 3 have pulled back. This is going to give the helicopter an opening to land over here with the vehicle overwatching to sandwich this AO, or at least hit this spot from the rear. That's going to make the remaining Green 4 guys full back into the town, and then Blue 4 should theoretically be able to win this one, but it's going to be another long, drawn-out fight. We're only 11 minutes into the combat phase, too. So he's now flying around, seeing if he gets shot from this angle. They're going for it. Does Bravo have AT? Yes, they do. Oh, Asada. No, Asada! Asada! Hit it! Hit it! Swinging a whiff, Charlie Brown. Oh, just off the tail. That would have scored 17 kills. All right, looks like they're opting to go up the beachhead over here, reinforce Alpha. And there goes Pepega Pirates being deployed. Ooh. Oh, don't get me wrong. If you're not experienced with making those types of shots, I'm not blaming Asana at all for missing that. It's tough, even at a short-range shot, to make that hit if you are not familiar with leading it properly. Now, here's another misplay. Why is this vehicle... Okay, so it's got Bravo loaded in it, so I'm assuming they're going to deploy Bravo somewhere back here and then go back, pick Delta up, and then field them in as well. We just saw more AT fired up on this position. Engine just got shot out. Here's the thing, though. It's an amphibious helicopter, and they somehow knocked themselves out. You can land it on water and be fine. I don't think they knew that, though. In the arms of the angel. Yeah. Me too, buddy. Me too. Even if he wakes up, he's gonna drown. Because this happened in Nimia a long time ago. She got knocked out by a friendly boat and then swam to the shore. Right here, and he drowned. Novix wakes back up, though. Nirvana album cover be like. Oh, this is actually a player named Commander. That's funny. He's shooting up at the boat. Boat overwatched and covered for this position. Now Blue 4 is going to assault from the side. Really interesting to see Blue 4 transition from a main attack to a flank attacks. Para-flank attacks, excuse me. Now they're going for the coasts instead of these open areas to move cover to cover from, because they understand that Green 4 has total control of all these open areas from their fortified positions. So they're basically going to potentially even, not technically backcat because this sector is inactivated, so everyone's saying, but these guys might come all the way around, come into this sector, and then push in from the fortified positions on the rear because they're not facing the rear. And then this attack is just flanking, but Gamma 1's loading the Delta guys to then move them up as well. I'm surprised we're not seeing this boat harassing the ridge just yet. Uh-oh. A little bit of a miscommunication there. You saw the poor guy try to follow along, but unfortunately the boat physics were a bit faster. It's okay, they didn't like that guy anyway. All right, vehicles and boats now suppressing the top ridge area to put pressure on these guys who have tried to fold in to harass Bravo more. Very American of them to let them have their heavy assets do all the heavy lifting. Now you got Delta moving up in that AAVP to move the rest of the infantry across. Bravo has, for Green 4, folded away from that area. They're not trying to get into the high ground to hold here. Got a good amount of trees to help block everything down, but will it be enough? This is round 2. Not at the halfway point just yet, but we're getting there. Otherwise, I think this is going to be another long, drawn-out round because this group's going to get up on this position. They're going to fight right here. There's going to eventually be a crossing point. This position is going to be attacked. All while that's going on, and Green 4 has the number advantage, but Blue 4 has an asset to work with. This force is going to be coming around. Green 4 Bravo is going to do their best to hold, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And then from there, we're just going to have to see them get into position. I know, John Salvi. I'm just pointing it out because sometimes in PvP, the heavy asset is usually whiffed and it leaves the infantry to do all the heavy lifting, which is often what gets them all killed. Schnuffles, no! So you got some Blue 4 that are going to get into the ridge cover right here. Sixor! Why did that boat just turn 90 degrees and Sixor is dead? I can't even find his body. No, it was Novix, my bad. How did you... What just killed you? I guess the shark got him. Huh. Sharks are a little interesting. Yeah, Sixor, I called your name out because I was also looking over my Discord DMs. I'll deal with all that after FNF ends. These guys are shooting at their own dude down here. A little confusing, but okay. And you got Green 4 Bravo holding their best, but a lot of them are getting taken out now. Wait. Why do you have... What did you do? What did you do, Bard? Why are there 2 dead friendlies and you have a -2? What? What did you do? What? I don't know. Alright, Blue 4 assaulting the fortified position here, throwing some grenades in. We got some thermite grenades going, and that's going to kill Callie. Ooh. When the ragdoll hits before the explosion comes in. Alright, Blue 4 doing a direct assault, getting up to the fortified position. Looks like the AAVP was taken out, though, in the assault, though, so that heavy asset's still on, but it's done its job. Blue 4 on top of this position. More grenades being thrown in. Green 4 not realizing they're pushed yet. Night Owl is about to get blown away. There's the grenade. Though we got some Blue 4 getting taken out as they move up here, as some of Green 4 is noticing. Great grenade throw. Gets a kill and a knockout. Jub flies around. Green 4 now behind their positions of cover. Oliver coming around to flank. Will catch Pro Hunter. No, he doesn't commit.
Hey boys, there's a guy communicating.
Pingus gets the flanking shot on Jub. Oliver pulls away instead. Grenade thrown, Oddball sees it, doesn't get back in time. Friendly grenade goes up, that's gonna knock Pro. It does not, too far. Wow, Lysander tries to get Oliver and Oliver just bitch slaps the bullets back into his head. Blue 4's attack is struggling now. Oliver getting pushed by Solomon. Oliver's still stuck in the reload. Runs out of ammo as Oliver returns fire.
Got it around the corner.
Yeah, a little bit of desync definitely kicking in. Now we see that M60 doing work. Once again, he runs out of ammo, though. Camera throws a grenade. No kills. Pingus trying to run over. Mike's trying to shoot him down. Pingus throws a grenade. Mike gets into some concealment. Concealment blocks the shrapnel. Pingus still committing to a flank. Looks like the rest of Green 4's defenses were taken out on this ridge. Now Blue 4 controls this Overwatch position. They still got to be worried about Delta over here, though. A lot of Blue 4 and Green 4 died, though. We have this massive amount of Blue 4 coming around. They can still come into this massive flank attack, but you got this guy right here. He's taking fire, though. Pingus spots him and drops him. In Pingus's shoes, I would pick up this rifle, I would take the ammo, and I would basically blend into the weapon PID. I'd wait a few minutes, continue my flank around, and then just follow in the exact same spot the attacking faction went in on. And then I could get so many back of the headshot snipes before they would notice. Nordic, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy, but how are you? I haven't seen you in a hot second. Ah, Kiss, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, now we got Blue 4 utilizing these positions. And he got headshotted out of the bunker by Huel or the other guy that just got killed. Pingus sticking with his weapon. I think that was a mistake, but at this point, Blue 4... Pingus gets a kill. Busy as well, Nordic. That's fair, Kiss. That's fair. Pingus doing a great job in repositioning. Blue 4's major force is still back here, but they're not in a position to assist. So this has just become two separate attacks. And Green 4 might be able to weather both of them back. I think this attack dying out, though, it's going to really fall on Pingus to get the kills, but I think he's going to try to pull back instead. And Iander we see crashing out right there. We hear handguns firing.
Careful, a lot of people went down over there.
Oh, fuck.
What? Iander pulling the good old switcheroo. Wow, and Brent plays great Overwatch here as we have Iander gliding across the ground. Excellent. When you feel like there's an enemy around you guys, you just gotta duck. Duck, bob, and weave. I think he's trying to double tap this body down here. Number-wise, again, I think Blue 4 has it, but Green 4 have good positioning right now. Warwick is chilling. You still got the wreck over here floating. And I think they're firing suppression at some of these taller buildings, but again, Blue 4, they gotta go up and take the ridge.
Hey, can you bandage me real quick?
Oh, God.
Blake just got nuked. He got nuked. I don't know if he's dead. I got myself.
Yeah, he died, though. He definitely, when you do a cartwheel in the air like that, more often than not, you're dead. Ooh.
I got messed up. Fuck. Good shit.
So Warkus looks like he got the drop on Malin there. And took him out because Malin checked this spot on his own. Nemesis coming around to assist, but you can't unshoot the guy. Blue 4 still have this ridge spot. At this point, they should just focus on doing Overwatch and letting the rest of Blue 4 comb in. Green 4 got a really solid defensive garrison here. Blue 4 starting to get spread out amongst these two objectives. It's really going to be up to the aggressive nature of Pepega to win this fight.
The fuck out of there. I don't know.
Here comes Arma Jesus. Only to get pushed by Ben and bitch slapped back. More grenades being thrown. Arma Jesus got a little too aggressive there and he just paid for it with his life. Yeah, the only things that really trigger explosive charges are more explosive charges. Meanwhile, Warkus gets sniped out as Nemesis is throwing grenades down to try to dynamite fish him out, but he's already dead. Really, Green 4 just have to have their last stand on this second objective here. And if they have a certain... Actually, no, they got breached out of those positions. But this has further divided this attack wave. So again, we could see Green 4 defeat Blue 4 in detail with this. Smokes and frags being thrown around. Now Blue 4 have this other Overwatch position under their control. We've got Flux moving in slow, AT being fired in these positions. This is a freshly killed body because it's still ragdolling. So that noob tube scored a kill, and hey, every kill counts. You got him back on the 240 here. We got the pulled out Blue 4 body though. He's reloading the gun. You got Sam up in this Overwatch tower though. He's staying low. Again, I think Blue 4 now have the number advantage overall. It's just, can we see Blue 4 commit to taking the sector? This up is going to win to, Green 4 getting wiped before the sectors get won, though, based off of that fact that Green 4 doesn't really have anyone else. What's weird, though, is we got 2 Blue 4 guys here. It looks like they beached their boat and wounded themselves, but they're going to have a bit of a walk. Yes, so, a body will ragdoll for 10 seconds in Arma 3 before it goes limp. More AT being fired. That might have actually just scored him a kill. Smoke's still going off. AT being fired up on these ridges here. That took a second for it to render that Misfit was dead. I thought he was fine. But I guess the server decided, no, you did die from that. Oh, Zoni running up and throwing explosive satchels on these buildings. That wall's not going to save you. Or maybe it will. Huh, it did. Neat. But he just killed, look at all these dudes. And it caused the bunker to fall down as well. I wish he saved it for this structure too. Do we have any other explosive specialists? We got Lurch too. More explosives going off. Zoni opening up with some grenades. Uh-oh, the handgun. I can't tell what's going on. Yeah. Welcome to Arma 3 PvP, where I don't even know what the heck happens half the time. Wombat now running out. He gets bitch slapped by Omri on Overwatch before he can run up and shoot Lurch. Oh boy, explosive charges being thrown on the building. Yeah, why clear the building when you can just blow the building up? That doesn't do any building damage, open it. Double tap the Lurch. Remember, guys, the enemy can't defend the sector if there is no sector. Eric takes the most unlucky grenade I've ever seen in this round. As Jan, okay, it's a smoke grenade. I was about to say he was gonna get blown up too. And there's Sector 2 being taken. Do we have someone on Sector 3? And we got 2 people that can run up and take it. But yeah, the number advantage keeps toggling back and forth. Sam trying to hold up here on his own. Building to building. He gets blown away by a well-placed grenade. Sector being taken now because Green 4 only has about 4 or 5 guys. I think it's like 4 guys remaining. Yanni and Seismo trade. That's funny. Waldo finds Korvac, takes him out. But Blue 4 have the number advantage. Blue Sode finds and I think shoots Sam from below. Yeah, I guess he PID'd that he was under, or maybe he was clipping under or something, because I didn't notice his foot was clipping back, and he just mag dumped him. There's Sector 2, and there's Sector 3 being captured. Last 90 seconds. We'll see if the 2 Green 4 guys can come out and clap a few guys before the timer runs out, because at this point it's over. GG, though, we can pay it out to Blue 4, but that was a great transition of play that Blue 4 did from a main attack to then 2 flanking attacks, because they knew if they pushed through that open ground, they were dead. And it was that change in strategy that allowed them to win. But I think this is going to be it, because Blue 4 doesn't have a need to... How did you die? What? But the 2 remaining Green 4 are inside. How did you... But... What just happened? There were no gunshots. I wish they blew up the... Okay, whatever. It's over. Don't have to worry about it. It's nap time. It's nap time. Yep. All right. All right, third and final round. Not going AFK this time. So, as we wait for the transition, I will say this. So, how I run ops right now is really, really simple. I literally, every month, around the 15th of every month, I run a poll to see for the next month what we're going to be running. This month, I have decided, instead of coming up with my own concepts, usually I come up with like 15, I've decided to put up 3, and the rest are being provided by my community. So if you want something specific run, what you need to do is type !Discord, jump into my Discord, grab an ARMA tag, go read the ARMA announcements, and then follow the instructions. It's going to be buried under an SCP post because we're doing an SCP up tomorrow. But if you scroll above that, you'll see it. It's basically DM me with the op idea, and then right now for the 14th, you can type what your idea is and describe it in ARMA discussion, and then we're going to do the poll tomorrow morning. So if you have something specific you want to see run, I don't get to choose it, my community does. Because why would I choose something that only 5 people out of, 500 are going to show up to? Anyway, Takistan, let's go. All right, let's see. Multi should still be good. Let's go to our map here. Go to Takistan, caps lock is on. And again, we will have another stream in a few hours at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, changing up the music as well. And our mission here, this is round 3, where, having a look, it's an assassin game mode too. So who's attacking? Blue 4 is attempting to assassinate all of Green 4 command. GC and 2IC. Blue 4 has an 8% numbers advantage. Two Humvees. An M1151 M2. An M1151 M240. And 2 unarmed Venom copters. Wow, Green 4. Huh. There's one more asset. There's an armed Little Bird Blue 4 has. And Green 4 has a BRDM. 2 Hilux Dishkas. But a big emphasis on Matt team. So I would say Iander should go play... I should go play Green 4, Matt. He'll get all the kills, right? Alright, I got my spectator slot. And we'll see how this round plays. Who won? The attackers did, which was Blue 4. On my way to get 20 kills. Good luck, Dream. Have fun. And we'll see how all this plays out. Ay, ay, ay. Your 250,000 bet paid off. How much did you win out of that, though? Like, damn. Let's see. About 90 people still on the server. I'm not updating the title, though. I'm lazy. This will be the third round. Third round usually plays off how's things go. Anything after FNF? Yes, in 5 to 6, 6, 7. In 3 hours, Vix is kidnapping me again to play a first MEU op. They sent me... I'm not sure if you guys look at my Twitter, but Vix sent me this massive document tied to the op. And it was way too many words. I briefly skimmed through it while it was 3 a.m. and I was making a mission. All I read that seemed important was if I get knocked unconscious, the medics feed me a banana and the banana has a 10% chance to insta-kill me. So I don't know if I'm supposed to take this seriously or not. I'm going to assume no. In which case, I'm just going to kidnap Vix and strip her naked and just use her as a meat shield. Because why not? I just have Bloodwing. I just need Bloodwing to approve. Wait, no, I'm talking about Armor 3. Never mind. Oh, my God. Thank you. I'll be here all evening. All right, but beyond that, let's see. Other random announcements. Tomorrow, we're going to be having 1, potentially 2 PvP streams in the morning. Then I'm going to be taking a break for a few hours. In reality, there's something else going on that I'm recording that I can't stream. And one day we'll see it on the VOD channel. I just don't know when it'll come out. Then at 6 o'clock, we got an SCP op. That'll be streamed. And then at 9 o'clock, we've got a op with the COG community. Karma Cut won't be on tonight, that night, but it'll be another PvP plus E operation. Sunday, I'm going to be down with Artsy Columbia after some more PvP commentary. I don't know if I'm going to be Zeusing for them or just playing on the ground with them. I've got both options available. It's entirely up to them. But that's all sorted. And then in the evening, I don't know. I'm either going to work or do an escape room game with Bloodwing. Or I might actually play some DayZ instead. I got another server I want to try out. So I want to, you know, turn Sundays and Tuesdays into DayZ stream days. Bring that back. Because I'm just working on a bunch of other stuff. By Monday, I'll know what next month's op concepts are. Because I have all the SCP mission files front logged right now. They're being worked on or they're done at the moment, excuse me. I've got Karma's next 2 mission files done. Actually, next 3. I've got the 506 mission file done for Wednesday. I've got all my missions practically front logged right now. So now I'm working on doing that with content. So I've always, if you can listen, these are my sticky notes. Every time I do FNF or OFCRA since the beginning of the year, I've been writing down the timestamps of a bunch of highlights, and I've just been getting more and more organized with it. I started a few days ago with about 10 sticky notes, which each had anywhere from like 3 to 6 lists of timestamps on them because I didn't always edit them. Now I'm down to 3. So I went from like 21 or 22 videos. I'm down to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm down to 6 more videos I have to edit, plus this one, 7. The PvP, which is also known as the Shenanigans channel, that is front logged right now with 2 clips being released every day till the 25th of August. And then every 5 days, we're going to release a highlight compilation because that channel seems to have the same algorithmic trend as the main channel, which is every day if I upload a video, it loses subs for some silly reason because YouTube just thinks it's uploading too much. So I'm reverting it back to compilations. But there's already like another, I think there's 21 videos for compilations on it at the moment. So 21 times 5 is 105. Which divided by 30, that's, you know, a little over 3.5 months. So if it's front logged to August, then, you know, September, October, November, it's pretty much going to be front logged into next year by the time I'm done with it. Because I want to get all the videos edited, uploaded, scheduled, and then make a custom thumbnail for all of it. That's all going to last me to the end of this week. And then that's also helping me with my footage backlog, which was up to 170 videos. Now it's down to 158. And I'm gonna try to edit out 2 or 3 videos a day with the maximum of 5. It just depends on what's there, and then front log the main channel in a similar fashion, probably just releasing a video every 5 days. I might shrink it down to 4 though, but we'll see. I've been playing around with the different time frames right now as I transition to that. And then once I get a good head on that, we're going to expand into TikTok because the YouTube algorithm just doesn't want to swing my way. I'm tired of trying to experiment with it because I've already proved time and time again that every fix that I try that works for other channels I experiment with doesn't work with mine because I'm in some sort of blacklist and I keep thinking I'm out of it, but I'm not. So I got to resort to the Chinese algorithm because maybe I'll get lucky there, and if not, I don't know. We had a good run. But otherwise, yeah, Iander, I'll try to get that front logged a bit more because that was a really good highlight reel. That was done, I think, 2 or 3 nights ago. But yeah, no, right now I've got 2 mission devs under me that help me build compositions and all this other crazy stuff. So with them helping alleviate my mission workload, I can now double down on basically front logging all my content. And the end goal I have is, you know, just all these videos out with thumbnails and whatnot to the point of all the backlog is done. And then I'll just spend a day editing yesterday's videos and then running that day's streams and then, you know, just doing that. And then I can relax. I can work more on my other things like my ciders, my mushroom farming, my gardening, my indoor gardening when it's winter out. And then maybe expand into some home life channel or some BS since I'll have the extra time. So, you know, we'll go from there. What on earth is this? All right, so there appears to be multiple safe zones Green 4 can store the VIPs in, but between the safe zones, they'll be actively tracked on the map, so Blue 4 will be able to know where they're going, but I like this. And then we've got this airbase right here for aircraft to fly forces in as well. That's nice. Sell my cider. I'm going to be honest, it's not good enough to be sold yet. But there are ways I can sell it on third-party sites, but it's years off. Because I still have a lot of experimentation I want to do. And I've only been at it for a year, which sounds like a lot of time, but in fermentation and storage time, it's not a lot. So that's something I got to work on. I got a log, and it only has 4 recipes in it, because I've only had, 4 rotations. Because cider you can ferment in a month, and then store it for 3 months, and then it's, it's drinkable, but it's best to keep it for, 6 months to a year, and then it's aged well. Mead, you have to age that thing for a year, otherwise it's just too pungent, in my opinion. Just sell it to communities within my Zeusing contacts. No, the other thing I want to expand into, though, is other than a Patreon change being made, and I'm offering a lot more benefits that'll, help out with the community and whatnot. The next big project I want to do is slash my rates, because right now, for the past 2 years, when I've been doing a lot of commission work, my rates have adjusted based off of how busy I am. And now that I'm doing work for Karma full-time every week, and then, last week, my focus was on creating MCO, creating the Vietnam community version of MCO for SOG Prairie Fire, and another thing which is being run tomorrow, but again, I can't talk about it. You can probably guess, though. But I made 3 MCO level projects in a week. Usually it takes me 1 week to make one. Not just the op, but the roster and the documentation, all of this stuff behind it. And I'm literally on my A game right now. But with all of that extra work, it basically means I've had less time for commission work, so I raise my rates. Right now, my commissions is like 250 in op. For a Saturday slot, 200 for a Friday or a Sunday, and then 150 for Monday through Thursday. I adjust those based off of if people pay them, and people do. So my goal is, once I have my content pretty well front logged, I'm going to start slashing my rates, but probably down to maybe 75 for my own cut, but then put an extra $50 charge on there. So 125, basically, 50% off. But that also allows me to put a $50 fee aside to, pay my mission makers. That, they're the reason why I'm able to do all this front log stuff. But if they want something like a custom SCP facility or a custom base built out of Command and Conquer assets or a custom town or village, the stuff that they're doing for me on the weekly now, that's gonna be a bit more expensive, you know what I mean? Like a basic bitch op, yeah, 75 bucks, easy. But something with a lot of extra stuff in it, that'll be worked on based off of what they sit down and deal with. But when everything's front logged, I'll have more time to actually go to communities and sit down with them, because those meetings take a long time. For every commission job I do, I could probably make 3 or 4 mission files in that same amount of time, because you got to sit down with them, you got to get everything down, you got to go through their ace settings, you got to go through any footage they give you to see how the players like to play. If you can also go on the ground with them and see how they like to do things. But I'm very meticulous about this stuff, because anyone can do anything for anyone in Arma, because it's a sandbox. But if you want to do it right the first time, you got to have a system. Do I do OnlyFans for a hundo? Nah. My God. On a random side note, totally not related, I showed Bloodwing a cache of Meru stuff, and if you know, you know, but she changed her Discord profile pic, and then she found a few outfits where she's wearing some cow stuff, and she already has the cow outfit, and she already has the red body paint, and she has the horns from a different cosplay, so I think she only needs the yellow contacts. But she cosplays. So I'm looking forward to that one. Good times. Shrimp cosplay when? I gotta go back and redo Subnautica. in the shrimp outfit. But here's the thing. We always get into a cascade of I tackle a project and then I have to pull back on the project because I'm too busy with other stuff. But now that we're actually getting all of the other stuff done, we can finally start getting all of that stuff down, because there's a lot I want to do. There's a lot in this backlog that's going to probably take me to the end of the year to get fully finished properly. But if I actually put the effort in, I think I can do it by October. But again, 150 videos, not just to easily edit, but then to also put through Sony Vegas and get all this other stuff in it. That's what is really the time killer.
That's right.
But I think I can get it. We just gotta go things going. FNF is still going? No, we're just waiting for them because we're probably going over all the custom stuff for Assassination.
No.
Anyway, send the boom. The cosplay for science. Look. If you guys want, I could totally, if you guys know that one clip from FNF I'm talking about where I'm in the shrimp outfit and she comes downstairs with a cow outfit, if you want sexy Bloodwing cosplay on stream for like an FNF or something, we could totally set up some sort of D-goal or something, because that stuff can be expensive. The Demon from the Fallen Prince, for example, that was $1,000 because of the custom prosthetics, the body paint, the certain type of contacts. That was the real kicker, actually, was the type of contacts she had to get were a very special kind for the eye effects. That was the expensive part. But, I mean, if I can ask. And she might say yes, so give me a few months. Remind me about it. Maybe September we could start in October for Spooky Month. And we can go from there. Alright, Blue 4 is attacking. Green 4 is defending the VIPs, if I recall correctly. Yep. So let me go ahead and put that out for 15 minutes. Let's see if Blue 4 can go 3 for 3 tonight. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get all this stuff done. Anyway, guys, this is Assassination Game Mode. This mission was made by Lusod and Zeb. All right, background USMC forces try to locate and kill local insurgent commanders, but they found out and are now on the run. Area of operation, several towns include safe zones to hide the HVTs in. How this game mode works is it is Assassination. John and Coop are going to be our VIPs here. I'm trying to see, usually they have them listed. Yep. So HVTs, Olama Sinbadin being played by John, and Gumar Madafi being played by Coop. I wonder if there's any sort of real-world implication. Nah, this is a video game, guys. There totally isn't any real-world implications with that. But regardless, how this works is Blue Force trying to kill both those VIPs. If they do, they win. If the VIPs aren't in any of these yellow zones, their position is actively broadcasted on the map to Blue 4. So with that, we have to basically see how all of this goes. Green 4 is going to have to spend some time transitioning the VIPs into somewhere. Looks like their starting zone is also a VIP zone, so they're going to have to quickly just move to these towns, and Blue 4 is going to have to pretty much go in and fall with these Venom gunships, as well as this M134 minigun armed Little Bird. What did I just hear? Anyway, regardless of all of that, Blue 4 also has a pretty nice convoy to work with plenty of Humvees as well. Also, medium anti-tank. Green 4 gets 3 RPGs per player. I'll go over that a bit later. Blue 4 only gets the 2. Otherwise, Blue 4 uniforms are a modern marine desert camouflage kits. Quick hiccup there. Sorry about that. Quick breakdown. Platoon lead, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman assistant. These are Alpha Bravo and Charlie's machine gunners. Then you have the Grenadier, Grenadier IR. Grenadier IRs have the Hunt IR 40mm camera grenades. Fire in the air, it parachutes down slowly. Unless the parachute gets shot at, then it'll fall quicker. But it gives you a nice bird's eye view of the map because the shooter has a terminal that they can interact with that broadcasts the camera feed. It has regular night vision as well. Great for getting your bearings on everything. Then you have machine gunner assistant. These are the Delta guys. Combat engineer, which have the choice of 4 different types of ordnance. 2 explosive satchels, which you can also throw. 4 explosive charges, which you can throw. 4 tripwire mines, 2 being HE, 2 being flare, or 3 AT mines, which might actually be useful in this scenario. Light anti-tank and Alpha Bravo and Charlie. Medium anti-tank, 1 in assist, which is an Echo. We'll cover that later. 2 in assist don't matter, same as RI, RIS, and SMP. They were part of a group called X-Ray, and they don't matter. Designated marksman, you see an Alpha Bravo and Charlie. There's 1 per. Looks like that is a Mark 11 that the guy's holding. Crew leads, crewmen, pilots, medics, and the base kit. Loadouts for the guys are M27s because they're Marines. They also have the M4A1 if they want to sub out to that. M9 Berettas for their secondary. M249s for the support weapon for Alpha Bravo and Charlie's light machine gun. Medium machine gun's going to be the M240 Golf. Light anti-tank for Alpha Bravo and Charlie are going to be the M136 single shot disposable AT weapon. Crew and aviation get the choice of the MP7 submachine gun or an M4A1. Nothing on crew served weapons. Their assets include the 2 Venom gunships, which are unarmed. You also have an up-armored M2 Humvee, an up-armored M240 Humvee, 2 Snorkel M2 Humvees that aren't up-armored, but they have the 50 cal on it, 7 transport Humvees, and an AH-6 Little Bird armed with a single M134. I know it lists 2, but we only saw 1 because sometimes this info's wrong, and it's got about 3,000 rounds, but that could be different as well, but it has a lot of ammo. Otherwise, nothing on Op 4 because there's no Op 4. Green forms, uniforms are going to be your tribal militia Taliban militia kits. Their weaponry is going to be AK-7. Oh, that's funny. All right. Anyway, AK-74s or AK-74Us, PMs for their handguns. Alpha Bravo and Charlie's auto riflemen get the RPK. Delta medium machine guns get the PKM. What the hell are you chuckleheads talking about in chat? Can I have a moderator censor some of that, please? God damn it, guys. I can't take you anywhere. Light anti-tank is going to be the reloadable RPG, and crew and aviation get the amazing choice between an AKS-74U or an AKS-74U. Now, every time I see that decision, we really have to go over it, all right? Because, I mean, looking at this terrain, there's a lot of different places where these HVTs can hide. But right off the bat, we see these really open areas that I think the AKS-74U could really excel at covering. It just can be really difficult, though, because the other choice, though, with the AKS-74U is it can be a little outranged by marksman rifles and whatnot, but sometimes some of this fighting can get really heavy in the actual village areas. So if we look, you know, we've got quite a few villages here that are much more CQC-esque, and that is a little more optimal for the AKS-74U, which is why I would choose the AKS-74U over the AKS-74U. But again, it's really going to be situational here. If the, I mean, we should also check. There is a Gamma group, so there are AKS-74Us in play. You can see them here, all right? So this is useful information to know, but either way, it's going to be really situational whether or not the AKS-74U is going to be useful or the AKS-74 is going to be useful. Again, it's a tough call. But anyway, back to the roster here. Green 4 have no support weapons under this squad here. Their assets include a BRDM-2, 5 Praga transport trucks, a pickup dishcum, and a Hilux dishcum. So basically 2 technicals. Otherwise, looking at our roster here, Blue Force Command is going to be Mr. Sexy Voice, a.k.a. Night Owl.
With the M240, and then take as many other transports as you need.
We're rather moving then.
And then you got Hunt as the platoon medic. Kiri leading Alpha with SL Dream as the 2IC with the grenade launcher. Olaf being the marksman and Nordic Prophet being the medic. Sam, no leadership in Alpha, so it's Sam leading with the 249 with Ultra Lord, Lolo, and Huel. Nemesis leading Bravo. There's no Alpha 2, by the way. It looks like he's merged part of Alpha 2 with him because, or excuse me, Bravo 2 with him. But we got Malin as the marksman, Yanni as the medic, Rufy, Lurch, and Yano were part of Bravo 2, merged with him. Bravo 1 still doesn't have any leadership, but it has Steve with Dobbs, Nass, and Grav under him. NASA leading Charlie with Defso as the marksman, Pogo as the medic, Bluck leading Charlie 1 with Timek, Pirate Sandwich, Kermit, Wonder, and Wombat under him. Commander leading Charlie 2 with Goblin, Jamal, Swola, and Baller Deluxe. Ben leading Delta with Elliot as the 2IC, and Meaty Mate and Slig taking the 240s under Delta 1. It looks like Delta 2 staying its own separate group under Banks with Ash, Waldo, I think being the assistants, and Gazag. No, Ash is being the 240 gunner, Gazag being the second 240 gunner, and then Waldo and Omni are taking the what's the damn word? The assistant roles for extra ammo. Now we got Echo, the Mat Squad, Flying Finn leading with Cats and Puma as assistants. And look at who has the weapon.
He knows that I have not attended. the fucking briefing.
Ian, you'll need this more than me.
So, 2 rounds per person. It means Iander has 2 rounds, Puma has 2 rounds, and Katz has 2 rounds. The team leader doesn't have 2 rounds.
This more than you.
I don't fucking know.
So if you're new, I want to put this for the record. It was either last week or 2 weeks ago. Iander made a 1,240 meter shot with his medium anti-tank weapon. It was actually between Firuzabad. He was up here, and the vehicle he was firing at was here. It was a 1117. And then in the next round, he shot down a CH-53, and then he proceeded later in the round to destroy 2 Humvees and an MRAP, all from a little above 500 meters away, all back to back to back. And then the CH-53 was a few minutes earlier. So this man is a GOAT when it comes to AT, especially medium anti-tank. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, let's go ahead and cover the rest of the roster here. We've got Legend and Alexander being Hotel 3 pilots here. So Hotel 3, I'm assuming, is going to be the Little Bird. And then you have Wheaton flying Hotel 1 and Patriot flying Hotel 2, which, again, I think are going to be the Hotel 1 and Hotel 2 are going to be the Venom gun, not gunships because they aren't armed, but they're going to be the unarmed things to quickly transport infantry. And then Hotel 3 is going to be the M134 minigun on the Little Bird. And then the gunner is going to have access to that camera for scouting. Scouting, again, a very important role. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at Green 4. Green 4 has John as the leader, Coop as the 2IC. They're the 2 VIPs that Green 4 is trying to defend. Losts is going to be the platoon medic. Shuffle's leading Alpha with Korvac, which has an SVD, by the way. That's the marksman rifle for Green 4 because it isn't always on the roster. Actually, the marksman rifle is never on the roster. We always have to find it later. But he's got Zoni, Vagrant, and Lysander under him. Bravo as Pierce leading Goomba as the marksman. Brett as the medic. Novak leading Bravo 1 with Nolik, Meerkat, and Noodle. Rodrigue leading Charlie with Puma as the marksman. Nicholas as the medic. And then he's merged some of Charlie 2 under him with Oliver, Ninja, and Lassie as Charlie 1 being led by Safi with Status Red Till. Balux kissing Hereditary and Extra Crispy under him. Norris leading Delta. Soyboy, Pingus, and Bates under him in Delta 1. Delta 2 has Aim at the Stars, McCarthy, Mackenzie, and Hermanos under him. Lusode leading Echo with Pro Hunter, Solomons, and Cameron under him. Kabooey Face, Steve, and Mike all together in Gamma 1. And then Callie and Reposo under Charlie 2. I just realized... no, I won't talk about it. I heard that there was going to be another YouTuber on playing on the ground, but I haven't seen him, and I completely forgot about it till now, but again, I haven't seen him, so I won't say it. It's Baller Deluxe's birthday. Well, happy birthday to Baller Deluxe. Hope he is A-okay. Let's see how Camrad does with his AT, because again, they have 3 AT warheads per, so that's 9 warheads between Cameron, Solomons, and Pro Hunter, and Blue 4 does have a lot of vehicles, so we'll have to see how everything goes. I will say for the record, looking outside, it's getting dark and windy, and I have noticed some rainstorms, so if I randomly cut out, that's probably because we lost power, or the power went in and out. And, you know, if I'm back in, like, 5 to 10 minutes after something like that happens, but if not, then assume I'm gone for the rest of the night because, yeah, we got taken out. I can't whisper anything from the Spectre interface into any player, guys. I apologize. But otherwise, feel free to keep your bets down. As long as Blue 4 is being vigilant on where the VIP is driving to, because his position is going to actively be tracked, Blue 4 just needs to then follow up with their vehicle convoy and then follow up with the helicopters following suit with players. So, we'll see how things go. I've got a few of you guys sending me interesting op ideas, and I'm gonna have to weed some of these out, or at least ask for clarification on some. I don't mind putting meme concepts up to vote on, but I can tell you that they never win.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
I'm gonna be honest, usually the well thought out custom stuff wins, like last ship, but we'll see how things go. Alright, another minute and a half before the round starts, and again, we'll be back in about 2.5 hours for being on the ground because Vix is stealing me for suffering. And I'm going to play very defensively and not get shot because otherwise I'm going to be force-fed bananas. That could insta-kill me. And now we wait with bated breath. Which she'll enjoy. I get force-fed bananas. I'm not really a banana type of guy, unless it's cooked into something, but just peeling and eating a banana, not my thing. Now, I will gladly watch almost any woman eat a banana. There's just a joy a guy gets from watching something like that, but, you know. That's just me. So where do you see Delta gonna break off here? Mission has started. Vehicles are gonna be heading down. And we'll see how this round goes. Alright, Devour. I will try to get to it when I can. There's a few things I gotta take care of after this stream, but we'll see. It's gonna be 24 hours because I usually have to rack my brain when it comes to random bugs that I may or may not have ever seen before. I'm also wondering if Blue 4 knows where Green 4 spawned. I have a feeling this might be one of those scenarios where Blue 4 doesn't know where Green 4 spawned. Instead, they just have to kind of comb through all these sectors to see where Green 4 is, and they'll eventually find them. Because otherwise, Blue 4 will just rush up to where Green 4 is. But we'll probably see a map update on the positions of the VIPs unless there's like a safe period. Which I would imagine there probably might be a 5 or 10 minute safe period for the VIPs to get rushed to a specific sector. But that's a really cool concept in itself. So you see him at the moment. Gotcha, Malin. And again, for the record, before Azariah has a heart attack, Malin is an admin, so he's allowed to be here. It's his event. And there's the rainstorm kicking in. Whew. I think this op would have benefited from maybe like a 5-minute safe start, or, you know, a 5-minute of they can't track them until they, you know, put them somewhere. Because otherwise it's just going to be hone in on the guy and annihilate him. But let's see where he is at the moment. Alright. So they're being brought up to the north here, which means they're probably going for the church complex in Bastam. Oh, it's raining sideways outside. Yeah, so if I lose power, it's because the Wendigo got me. Ah, man. Pierce driving up with his Vic. Got a few guys with him. BRDM also going up to the hilltop here. You know, for an AO like this, if Green 4 doesn't know where Blue 4 is coming in from, then I would agree with the Vic being used for Overwatch, but if you know where your attacker is coming from, especially if they're going to be doing a ground convoy, just rush the BRDM into that convoy and just, you know, try to kill as many of them as you can. And then you die, and then you can leave early, especially when it's a third one. So I don't have lines underground? Well, I do. It's just where they're connected to, sometimes they're not above the ground, and those get hit. But, besides the point. Is Charlie going to try to rush him? Charlie might be trying to line up a rush play here. The position also, it isn't constant. It gets updated every, like, 20 or 30 seconds. So they're not leading enough for these guys. What are you shooting at? Ah, there we go. All right, so Hotel 3 is, I believe, the Little Birds. They're making that wave off. So I don't get what these guys are doing over here. I guess they're stopping anything from rushing in, but this is just going to serve to further divide Blue 4. And we could just see Blue 4 defeated in detail, but at the same time, these are armed Humvees, right? So they can just charge in and hit them. But I know Green 4, they're just going to dismount the guys in there and hold. Why are you soaking wet? Why did you go outside? I'm sorry, Boo. Well, I hope they didn't get damaged, but I gotta finish up this stream. Okay, they're soaked. I would check on them. I do not know. I'll have the leftovers, though. You can get so, though. Yes. Yes. I'm not gonna ask for any of your orders. Yes. I'll have some of your Bonchon, but I still have my other stuff. Ooh, alright, so a lot of dudes just got torn apart in this vehicle here. 3 knockouts, 2 skulls. Oh my god, wait. Wait. How many kills did that commander get? Baller Deluxe got 7 for tearing apart a transport. Oh god, that's brutal. Hashtag wet. No, she wasn't in a wet towel, but I'm sure if she wants to strip naked and come down here, she can.
Charlie 2 here.
Alright, explosive just went off up in Echo's position. It looks like they're engaging this technical here. Iander in a firefight. Throws a grenade.
Can you still hear me?
Rolls down. Xander's trying his best to hold here. And you got Hunt playing dead right here. So Blue 4. Why are you yelling she won't do it? It's fine. Alright, BRDM's coming around. Oh god. Oh no. That poor Vic. It's gonna now cut left. It's full of Blue 4. Vic should have kept going because now the Humvee's going to be able to gain on him. Or they could dismount and put some AT on it. They got stuck. They got Dobbs with the AT. Yeah, so I think they're going to bypass just to head into the sector. However, they just drove out of the sector. They're firing with that 14.5. It can penetrate. And Blue 4 have deployed a lot of stuff now around the actual objective, and a good chunk of Green 4 is cut off. That hit. And the Vic's gun is disabled. It's gonna cook off in a second, though. I'm gonna over that. Rodrigo, are you okay, buddy? There's the cook off. Other dude that stayed in there's actually 2 dudes are still in there and they're on fire now. He gets blown up by a GL. And that also knocks Kabubi out. So there goes Green 4's heaviest asset. Looking back at Baller Deluxe, he's back on, he gained another kill, he's up to 8. And he's hitting some of these Green 4 guys as they're trying to run back into the sector, but there is no Green 4 point defense right now on the VIPs. That's tough. I'd say this is going to be a quick round, but based on the fact that Blue 4 is in so many different spots at the moment, they're still going to have a second actually come in, but we could just see Charlie bypass everything, go into the Citadel, and kill everyone. You have all the wounded being pulled out here. This transport drove right into a 50 cal and got annihilated. trophies have come down. Got Delta having this ridge position up here. That's kind of a weird choice, but I want to see if those 50s start firing up on this hilltop here. AT just fired just short of hitting the truck. Wilbur trying to train rounds down, unable. Sma goes in, gets a rear hit, and cooks the engine off. These guys are pinned up here now. And now you see the 50 cal hitting them from across the ridge. These guys getting attacked from way too many positions. Little Bird might come up from the northwest and do a gun run. I was about to say, that better not be a frag, please. So these guys are just walking down. Where is that Little Bird to do some gun runs here? Because these guys are in the open. Oh, here we go. He does have a kill. Hey, NT buddy, thanks for the raid. How are you doing? What were you streaming? More Arma? Something different. Looks like the blue 4Vix came up a bit too close to the dismounted point right here. Grenades are now coming in. Lots of grenades are coming in, causing multiple knockouts. And literally killing everyone. See, if they can't call the air support to do it, they can just throw a bunch of grenades and get it done that way. How many is Baller on now? Still on 8. One survivor tries to crawl away and Jamal just bitch slaps him back. Extra Crispy's still alive. At this rate, he's going to become Extra Crispy, and Commander smacks him back into death. New Jagged Alliance 3. I have no idea what that is, but I'm sure you can explain it. Sorry, that sounded rude to me. Tell me about it. How was it? Watching way too many things right now. We got the Little Bird doing some gun runs here. Judging from the fact there's 3 of them, though. Hellies ain't having any luck. Nah, they're trying. But this has allowed Greenford to at least develop a few defenders into the base, but... Whew. Turn-based Merc XCOM game. Neat! And then you got the Venom just flying over here. Tactical turn-based shooter with RPG elements. Got an old 90s retro vibe. Nice. Sounds dope. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a lot of skulls here on the map at all, but... I mean, Green 4 have a truck out here loaded with what? A good chunk of... This is Echo and Bravo, so that's like a third to half of their players are kind of out of position at the moment. Blue 4's now starting to come down on them. These guys are getting knocked out. John's loading up a transport truck. They're going to try to break out of here. This is going to be up to the Little Bird to intercept, but at the same time, where can they go? Blue 4's blocked off all the roads. Are they... They're going for it. They might actually get away with moving them. Wow. Miscoordination there. Command's now trying to drive out, but at least Coop was in that truck. Oh, AT hits it. Engine's dead. And now he's got no choice but to pull back. Blue 4 hot in their ass. Ultra Lord got that AT, hit to disable the truck. Yeah, just bleed speed and you're immediately ready for another attack angle. Just gotta hope he doesn't hit a tree. Oh, but the truck did. The wheels are busted. Did you really just... What are you doing? You just gave him like 20 wounds. All right, John died. As Blue 4 surround him, this Green 4 squad getting ambushed by a Blue 4 group. And both the HVTs are dead. Oh my god. Alright. Rest in peace. Otherwise, that's GG. So we'll be back in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Hi, Boo. Yes. That's nice. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me wrap up my stream. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. Why are you naked?
I'm not naked. Why are you naked?
Don't worry about it. Have a good one.
Bye.